Good afternoon, card community. It is RJ, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Hooray, loud cheers, applause, mass hysteria, fireworks going off at Citizens Bank Park as everybody cheers themselves hoarse regarding the Phillies trouncing the Braves yet again. Arcia crying in the corner, Spencer Strider cursing his way off the mound. It is a glorious time to be a Phillies fan. Loving it up here in Philly. We are. It looks like the Phillies are becoming America's favorite team. The one everybody wants to win the World Series, so I'm thrilled about that. Unless, of course, you're one of the Texas teams or Arizona. So, but that's okay. We don't mind our fellow ball players from the Southwest. We just want them to get out of our way as we win the World Series. Alrighty. Excuse me. Anyway, we're here for some great trivia and prizes today, like always on our Sundays. So, without further ado, let's get to it, shall we? All right. Some great trivia questions, some great prizes to give away this week. So, Monday. On Monday, the question was um, what was the first year that the Phillies appeared in the World Series? And I asked also, if you wanted to throw in, who was their opponent and what was the outcome? The answer, the answer is 1915. They played the Braves, and the Braves, unfortunately, I'm sorry, they played the Red Sox. Boy, Boston. 1915, they played the Red Sox with a young man named Babe Ruth on the team, who didn't do much, but he was so. What was his first year with the Braves? The Red Sox. Why do I say Braves all the time? Oh, yeah, I know why I'm saying Braves all the time because the Braves just lost to the Phillies. Sorry. Um, no. So the Red Sox beat us in 5 games. Believe it or not, Grover Cleveland Alexander was on the Phillies. He won the first game, and then the Red Sox proceeded to take the next 4 in a row. So I have here. I want to show off my own card set that I created for the 1915 Phillies. This is the 1950s Phillies, 1915 Phillies. It's a team card. On the back, it just has the roster, checklist of who they all are. And it gives the highlight of the games 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, where they were played, whatnot. The Phillies were played at home. They won 3-1 the first game, and there you can see the Red Sox took the rest. So this is a team photo. This is the roster, and here's a card of every member. Pat Moran was our manager. Had a guy named Bert Adams. This obviously is not him in Phillies uniform. I couldn't find one. Grover Cleveland Alexander. Dave Bancroft. You see a couple Hall of Famers. Stan Baumgartner. He's the guy I said wrote that one book I showed off the other day. Beals Becker. Ed Burns. Bobby Byrne. George Chalmers. Gabby Cravath. Al DeMari. Oscar Doogie. Bill Killefer. Fred Luderus. Erskine Meyer. George McQuillan. Burton Niehoff, Joe Oscar, I'll let you guys say that one, Dode Paskert, Rixey went on to more Hall of Fame greatness with the Reds soon after, Milt Stock, Ben Tincup, love that name, Bud Weiser, I'll let you guys run with that as you so choose, Possum Witted, and Woodrow Wilson, president at the time, threw out the first pitch at the game. Here's a souvenir scorecard of the event as well. So that's a little set I created just for my own personal binder of Phillies teams that made it to the postseason. So for those of you who submitted a guess, you're up on the screen there. I'm going to scroll down. Those are everybody who put in a guess. Find your name on there. And the prize you're playing for is really cool. Kyle Schwarber. This is from 2023, obviously. This is the rainbow foil parallel version of Kyle Schwarber. That's what you're playing for. Everybody up on the screen, like I said, was kind enough to throw out a guess. So as we are wont to do on my channel, we will shuffle once and spin. You must hit 3 times to win on my channel. So good luck to everybody. And here we go. Yeah, I want to show off this set yet again. I've done this with every, what do I want to say? every postseason team the Phillies ever had. I'm working on that. I've already created the images. I just got to print them out and put them together. But every Phillies team that ever made it to the postseason, I have created a little card set about them. So it's just something I did in my spare time. That's funny, well, not funny, but in the job I used to have, had my own office, had a lot of work to do. Sometimes I didn't have a lot of work to do, and believe it or not, I would just hide in there and play around making images of sports cards. That's 3 for Lisa Z right out the back, isn't it? Yes, it is. All right, so congrats to Lisa. Lisa, I know you like your shine, so here's a nice rainbow foil. Kyle Schwarber, you can see the rainbow refraction. Let me see if I can get it on camera. There you go. There's a bit of rainbow for you. So that'll be coming Lisa's way. Congrats to Lisa. Moving on to Wednesday's question. Wednesday, what I said was the Phillies in their first dynasty, for their first 10-year run dynasty, I'm going to say 75 to 84, but again, I didn't look it up to know exactly the span, but it was right around that time. They had the unique experience of having 10 consecutive years without a losing season, appeared in the postseason 6 times, went to the World Series twice, and won once. They did that a second time in the mid to late 2000s, obviously. But that was the first year they did it, and I said, what were the 6 years? What were the 6 years back then? The Mike Schmidt Phillies made it to the postseason 6 times, and I have it here for you. These are the yearbooks for those seasons. 1976 was the first year. Next one was 1977. 1978. And they slumped in 79. They had a lot of injuries, a lot of off years. But 1980 was our World Series year, of course. 1981, they made the postseason, showing off the ring from that year. And then lastly, 1983, they got to the World Series. This is the World Series program from '83. But they lost to the Orioles. Cal Ripken Jr., Jim Palmer, Eddie Murray, Orioles. So that was the answer for your Wednesday round. Wednesday, the prize is this fantastic Trey Turner, Stars of the MLB from this year. Trey Turner coming back, hopefully. We got to face the Diamondbacks, so we need him in prime shape as well as everybody else. He needs to do something about his glove, which seems to have a hole in it or something. He's just stumbling and bumbling when it comes to fielding. We need him to step up his game in that regard. But anyway, so we are on Wednesday. Everybody on the list here was kind enough to throw out a guess. We will remove Lisa. Lisa, sorry, you cannot win but once on my channel. You know that. So we will spin. Shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So, yeah, the Phillies in 81. 81 is an interesting year if you know your baseball history. That was a strike year. The baseball players initiated their first big-time work stoppage. I believe there had been a couple smaller work stoppages prior to the 81 that didn't amount to much, maybe just some threatened strikes. But in 81, right in the middle of the season, the players went on strike. Lasted for about a month and a half, and then they found some kind of an agreement and started up the season again. And the powers that be, in their infinite wisdom, since it was practically a perfect split of the season into 2 halves, they decided that they would do a first half, second half playoff format. So whoever won the first half of the league would play the winner of the second half in a divisional split. Since there were only 2 divisions back then in each league, the winner of the first half division played the winner of the second half division to see who would go on to the championship series. The Phillies, I believe they won the second half. The Expos won the first half of the National League. So it was Phillies Expos in a divisional playoff round in the 1981 postseason. And Then the Phillies lost to the Expos, and the Expos ended up playing the Dodgers. I don't remember who won the the two splits, Dodgers versus somebody. I don't know who it was. Was it the Reds or somebody else? I do not know. But it was interesting. And the Phillies won the first half, but failed to beat the Dodgers in the second half. So the Dodgers went on to play uh, the World Series. So anyway, little thing. I'm loving this. A lot of participants getting in this round. Everybody, or Lisa's out. Sorry, Lisa, but everybody else has at least one hit. Several people have two hits. This one's going good. This is one of those very dramatic. I think everybody wants a Trey Turner card. Look at that. Is that 3 for Grade Worthy? Is that 3 for Grade Worthy? No, it's still just 2 for Grade Worthy. We're getting, wow, look at this. I will say this. I've been doing this a long time now, people, and I've never, not once have I ever had, that's 3 for Barry Barry. Yeah, that is. I never had one where the long list, everybody hit twice, and that the next spin, no matter what, would win it. So, all right, Barry, you get yourself this awesome Trey Turner. I'm pretty sure I have your address, but if I don't, I'll reach out to you and ask for it. So, congrats to you. Final question was Friday. Friday, I said the Phillies had themselves an incredible pitching rotation one year. They were the talk of the postseason or the off season, I should say. They were the talk of the off season because they acquired 5 pitchers who were, well, let's say I'll use the word. I know Joe doesn't like it, but 4 pitchers that people were looking at as Hall of Fame type pitchers. Not all of them obviously made the Hall of Fame, but there were 4 pitchers plus another guy who had World Series experience and was still pitching very well, a veteran pitcher, and they formed a starting rotation of 5 pitchers that everybody was talking about. They just couldn't wait to see how they would dominate the league, and they did. They won 102 games that year, 102, which was which still is the franchise record for the Phillies. That 102 season was the most wins of any Phillies club, and the pitchers were. I have this here. I'm very angry with myself. I had to pick it up off off of the internet here. I have that picture somewhere. I have that magazine in my collection somewhere, and I spent all morning trying to find it to put it in front of you, but I couldn't find it. So I had to go to the digital age reproduction here. Those 5 pictures were Hall of Famer Roy Halladay, legendary postseason pitcher for the Phillies Cliff Lee, awesome, all-star veteran, great pitcher Roy Oswalt, Philly fan favorite Cole Hamels, who just retired, and then 2008 World Series home run hitter Joe Blanton. So these 5 guys made up the pitching, and the Phillies. You can see Sports Illustrated was trying to figure out how good will they be, how the Phillies Legion of Arms will dominate. It was all anybody was talking about in the off season, coming up, as during spring training. How good will the Phillies be? And they were good. And unfortunately, that was the year the Cardinals were dominated, were destined to win the World Series. They took us out in the divisional round and went on to win the World Series. So sad for the Phillies, but it was a great season. The prize for getting that one, for guessing on that one, is this really cool from 2020, I believe. Actually, yeah, it is 2020. It says right on the top here. This is a Topps Gallery promo card. It wasn't issued in Topps Gallery. I can't remember where it was issued, but it's a National Baseball Card Day foil stamped card. And it might have been a giveaway packs at the stores. Maybe that's what it was. Anyway, this is Bryce Harper, 2020 Gallery foil stamped National Baseball Card Day card. That is your prize for this one. So Lisa is out. She won the first round. Barry, you are out. You won in the second round. So here we go with this one. We will shuffle once again and spin. Good luck to everybody on getting this Harper card. So yeah, very excited. Tomorrow is the start of the National League and American League Championship Series. I'm very upset about the fact that it's starting Monday night for the Phillies. The reason being, I got a bit of an industry convention I have to be at. I'm going out tonight I'll be there all day Monday and Tuesday morning. And I actually, the vendors, you go to these things, anybody who's in an industry like this, where you go out and do a lot of meet and greets to support your industry, you get invited to events. The vendors all invite you to events. And I have a dinner I'm going to Monday night at the invitation of some vendor. I always like a 5-star steak dinner for free. So I'm definitely going to go, but I'm going to miss game one of the Phillies series. I will have my phone with me. I do have it set to a particular streaming service that will stream live. So I will be watching the game as I'm eating, but I'm kind of bummed about this. Oh, that was 3 in a row for Hunter Butcher. 3 in a row for Hunter, wasn't it? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Hunter goes 1, 2, 3 and snags the Bryce Harper. I just dropped it on the floor, Hunter, so you know what it looks like. I'm not going to go scratch for it now. All right, so that's all I have for you this week, people. I do have some cool things to show up. I'm trying a serious editing. What do I want to say? An editing video on my Friday video this coming week, trying to put a lot of background onto somebody I'm talking about. And I got some pictures. I'm going to try to do some voiceovers. I did it once before with that Steve Carlton meet and greet, so I'm going to try it again here. We'll see how that works. All right. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you all enjoyed that. I appreciate everybody who takes time to throw out an answer. It makes this a lot more fun for everybody, I think. It makes it a lot more fun for me to know people care enough to throw out an answer and watch my videos. So thank you all for that. Keep coming back. I'll have more for you this coming week. Thanks for everybody who participated. I appreciate your support. Please consider to like, subscribe, commenting, all that jazz. Have a great week, and I'll see you Monday. Take care.